In this episode, we spend a few days in the beautiful town of Dwellingup, a forested area around an hour southeast of Perth. An adventure sports hub, Dwellingup has a great series of mountain bike trails, but we also explore some of the interesting history, including a World War II Prisoner of War camp. We're Nigel and Sue. We've spent the last 2 years travelling Australia, living in our self-converted van. These are our adventures. Good morning, friends. We are back in the van. We are back in Western Australia. We had the best time in the Northern Territory. We absolutely love that state. And while we're back here, we are waiting for a few things to get sorted out. So we've come down south of Perth again to have a few more adventures. And we've got a few little bits and pieces to do around the van today. So Nigel's going to be working on them. But before he does, he's having a very healthy, big breakfast. Check this out, friends.
No, it's just a small plate.
What's that?
It's just a small plate.
Look at this.
Wicked omelette, mushroom omelette, avo on toast.
We're currently at one of our favourite free camps, which is at Pinjarra, and we're going to go today and ride some of the trails at Dwellingup.
G'day guys, so today's job is creating a hat rake or an extension to the existing one. So I'm going for this heavier duty 2mm cord to replace the old flimsy 1mm. And right now I'm just tying up one end. I just use heavy duty cotton and then tie that off and then put some heat shrink over that just to tidy it up. Screws either side and boom boom, and then that's going to create a hat rack. Because as you can tell, we are accumulating a collection of hats. How did that even happen?
Only 3 of them are mine.
And voila, we've got 5 hats out of the way, stored for future use. 2 hats there, 3, 4, 5.
Thanks, Nige.
You betcha.
Friends, you know how sometimes when people do things, they have to get their tongue in the right spot to be able to do it? For Nigel, it's all about the hips. Check this out.
Bit of both. Done.
But is the knife sharp? This is the free camp at Pinjarra. Now, it is a 24-hour free camp. We've been here for 2 nights. Shh. It is for self-contained vehicles only, vans, caravans, what have you. We have seen rooftop tents here. There is a toilet. You might be able to see that white building down there. Just on the other side of there is a toilet. That's part of the train station. So I believe that's open all night long. We've actually stayed here a couple of times, and I've stayed here when I've been by myself. So it's quite close to Perth. It's a good free camp as it's really close to the town centre. You can walk to the Coles from here. The big negative is this train line right behind us. Now, we stayed here 2 nights. The first night we didn't hear a single train. Last night, Nigel reckons he was woken up by 7. I think I heard 3. But yeah, if you're a light sleeper and you're not really fond of trains, you might find it a little bit noisy here. There's plenty of room for lots of campers here though, and we've always seen lots of other people here. It's a pretty good one. We have just arrived at the Murray Valley mountain bike trails here at Dwellingup. While Nigel's out getting the bikes ready, I am making us some lunch. We're having wraps today. I like falafel on my wrap. Nigel likes tuna. And you would think being out here in the state forest, it would be beautiful and peaceful. However, there's a school camp just over there. And we can hear screaming kids. I hope you can't hear them, friends. Anyway, we'll be on the bike shortly and all will be good with the world. How you going back there, Nige?
Good. When's the last time we had these things out?
Too long.
Yeah, way too long.
Way too long since we've ridden trails, that's for sure.
Yeah, that would have been down near Dwellingup, wouldn't it?
Margaret River?
No, we went for a ride. Pemberton, didn't we? Yeah, that's the last time that we did the trails. Yeah.
That was forever ago.
It's a long time ago.
How are my tyres? Is there air in them?
Well, we're going to have to put some air in this one. Yep.
And that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They both need a bit of air. Here we are at Dwellingup, about to hit the adventure trails, Murray Valley mountain bike trails.
Okay, we'll figure out which way we're going.
We're going to go along the Munda Biddy, then we're going to ride Rock On, and then we might do Blue Marron, and then we'll come back and we'll go up Yarry Up, all the way up to the top, and then I'm going to come down Year 1 and Nigel may come down Boom Boom.
Gonna go boom boom.
Boom Boom.
Let's do it. Yes, it's a reasonably solid climb so far. Some tight switchbacks. Sensor.
So I was actually really struggling. I elected to continue on the green trail. Nigel, on the other hand, wanted to do the blue, and this is what he turned up like. So, Nigel, you're like
A little bit dusty.
a bit dirty.
bit of an over the bar.
Show me your other side. Your pants.
Oh.
Other side. Oh God, stay still. Look at Nigel.
Can't take him anywhere.
What happened, mate?
I don't know. I might have think I blew a sand shoe something.
Blew a sand. Is the bike okay?
I just stuffed up. Yeah, the bike's okay.
Okay, good. Just met those three ladies who were riding the Munda Biddy, which is a 1,000-kilometre bike trail from Perth to Albany. They've been riding for 19 days. Go girls. They're about our age too, weren't they, Nigel?
Well, that downhill was very wicked. Now it's time to go check out the swing bridge. Good to hit there.
Pretty awesome.
That's right, eh?
Yeah. Nice to get out on the bike.
New trails, beautiful through the pine straw and some native, and we'll look forward to having another crack tomorrow. Time for a beer.
Sounds good. Friends, have we talked about this before, how Nigel puts his Reg Grundies on the aerial to dry as we're driving along?
Oh, you guys done?
He's a strange fellow. The concern is, of course, they are making their way up the aerial. Will we lose them?
Put the brakes on.
They're getting higher. Nigel has admitted that he's going to have to pull over. I dare say they're dry now. Sorry friends, the sun's coming right in the window. There, we get a good shot of them now. They're going to go any second. Oh no, they're gonna go, they're gonna go, and there's like cars, well, they're gone. And now we are turning back to go back and get Nigel's undies.
Yeah. Next time a pig.
Can you believe it, guys? He actually found them. We found somewhere to pull over. Nigel's about to run back. Let me know in the comments, guys, what would you do? Would you go back and get your undies? Would you leave them? Or would you not hang them on the aerial in the first place? Or use a peg?
Yoo-hoo.
Are they dry?
Yeah, they're dry as a bone. Clean.
We actually had someone from the Dwellingup Visitor Centre commenting on our Instagram stories yesterday who suggested we come in to the Trails and Visitor Centre and get some information about the trails. So here we are. Right out the back of the Visitor Centre is a coffee shop, so we've just ordered some coffees and a piece of cake. We're just waiting for that to come. Apparently the coffee's here is really good.
Oh yeah. Beautiful coffee.
Guys, we're absolutely loving this place, Dwellingup. It's really cool. We're really looking forward to riding some new trails today. While Nigel's out the back setting up the bikes, I am just getting lunch ready. So we're just going to have some leftover laksa from the other night. And I'm also getting pizza dough ready because tonight is pizza night. This is a really good reminder of the timber and forestry history of this part of Australia. This, I think it's a jarrah tree. Yeah, jarrah log. And it's approximately 600 years old. How sad that they chopped this forest giant down. So, and we're right opposite, the CWA, the pub. So we're going to check out the pub after we've had a ride this afternoon.
Damn straight we are.
Beer and chips. We're in the Marrinup section of the Dwellingup Adventure Trails today, and we're just about to head out.
And so the van's parked down here. We've come up Emu Run, Solitary to get to here where the campsite is. We just checked that out, looks really nice. And we're going to do the Marrinup circuit to here. And if we're feeling energetic, we'll do this loop here before making our way back to the pub.
The pub, yes!
I've got to say the track to here has been really lovely, hasn't it?
It's been beautiful, yeah.
Really flowy and
yeah, nice. Not too steep.
easy.
I'm hoping that the blue trail is not too difficult today.
Yeah, it was quite challenging yesterday, the blue run.
Yeah, I didn't even do the blue run. Even the green was hard yesterday. All right, let's do it, Nige.
Model on.
This is the reality of being a YouTuber or a content creator. Setting up multiple cameras, running or riding backwards and forwards to get the shot. You can see how ridiculous it looks. So we got all excited because at the end of the ride they actually have showers here and apparently a laundry too. However, the showers, which are advertised as hot, were freezing. Nigel? Am I exaggerating?
No, confirm. Confirm.
Not fun, friends.
It was underwhelming.
And I washed my hair.
So did I.
That must have been so hard for you in that freezing cold water. But anyway, oh, hang on, I've got a stone in my candle.
I hate that when that happens.
Anyway, we're going to make it all better by going to the pub and having a beer. Pizza night, always our favourite. Look at this.
Has he got air bubbles? Can I poke?
There's the bubble. Get away, get your fingers away. Yours is in the oven, Nigel. Good morning, friends. This is where we stayed last night. This is the Dwellingup campsite, and it's a beautiful bush camp setting. The ranger actually hasn't been around to collect our payment. Apparently there's an honesty box somewhere. We'll have to go and find that. It's $11 per person. But there were only a couple of other parties here last night. And that one, which I believe is broken down. The one thing about this place, it poured rain last night. So it was very, very wet. And we were parked under the trees. So, of course, we got the dripping from the trees, which makes it even worse. We're going to head back to town this morning where we've got some internet, have some breakfast there, and then reassess, because I don't think riding the trails is going to be the best idea today. We're heading out now to the Dwellingup Prisoner of War camp. I never knew there was a Prisoner of War camp in Australia, so I'm really interested to learn about this place. Lose the van in these. We've just entered into the Dwellingup number 16 Prisoner of War camp. I don't know where the other 15 were. I thought there was only one here in Australia, or Western Australia. In the car park there's a drop toilet over there. And we're just going to go on this walk. Apparently it's a 4.5 kilometre circuit. So this is our exercise for today. We've got our raincoats on because it did rain overnight, and we may get some more. Razor wire up there. This history is so cool. So there were over 3,500 Italian prisoners of war and 300 German prisoners of war sent here in the latter part of the Second World War. And they were sent out to work on farms, mainly the Italians. The Germans were mainly involved in cutting firewood, which was sent to Perth. And they would cut around 2,500 tonnes of wood a week. So they were out here in this, they call it a cage in the bush, where they stayed. And escape attempts apparently were very rare. Most of those attempts occurred right at the end of the war, before they were repatriated back home, because some of them didn't want to go back home to war-ravaged Europe. And over 100 of those Italian prisoners of war eventually migrated here to Australia and were sponsored by their former bosses who they worked for on the farms. There's not really much left now, just some of the foundations, but you can kind of almost feel the history in the air here. It's quite eerie. Quite a few of the Italian soldiers had been stonemasons back at home, and you can see evidence of their handiwork in some of the foundations of these old buildings.
We're trying to work out what might be the bed area and what might be the ablution area and this detention cell, which clearly you wouldn't be able to swing a cat.
Can you lie down on the floor to show us, like...
I'm only 5'9" and shrinking.
What a good day.
And a good day, 5'9". So not much room.
Yeah. And the floor's really worn out here. And they say that that worn out floor is evidence that it was used a lot. Sentences ranged from 5 to 28 days. So guys, this is seriously ridiculous. This time last week we were in Darwin and we were like so hot and sweaty. And now here we are in Dwellingup, freezing. Look at us. We've got on puffer jackets, we've got beanies, I'm just putting on my gloves. It's so cold. Are we getting soft, Nige?
No, we're just being, I've got the possum gloves on. We're just being soft.
We've had a beer, but I think it's a bit cold for beer. Can we have some red wine, please? It's red wine weather.
Well, glue wine would be good.
Oh, we need to start making glue wine. If anyone has a good mulled wine recipe, please pop it in the comments down below.
Yes, please.
So guys, tonight we are staying at this Dwellingup campsite. It's so good here. And it's supposed to be an honesty box, but I can't find the honesty box. So we haven't paid yet. And the ranger did not come last night or this morning. The ranger has not come tonight. So maybe it's a free camp. I know. Well, it is Friday night tonight. So chances are the ranger will be here tomorrow morning. It's after 6 o'clock now. I think the sun might have already set. The sky's changing colour. But yeah, maybe we'll see the ranger tomorrow. Now, I don't believe we're allowed to have a fire yet, so we are not having one. But I'd really like to. Cheers, Cheers. Do we need Ugg boots on?
Close.
It's getting ridiculous, friends.
My feet are...
Are your feet freezing?
They're not freezing.
But... I've got shoes, not thongs. I wonder how cold it is. It's probably like 15 degrees.
But we've come from 36 and 80% humidity to this. So.
Yeah. Last week it was so hot. That's it, guys. It's officially freezing. We're making our way inside. How cold is it, Nigel?
Oh, hang on, I'm going to go and pick the bloody chairs up yet.
Nigel's going to go and pack up the chairs. I'm going to start cooking dinner, but yeah, it's chilly here. This morning I've been really spoiled. I've got breakfast in bed while I do some work. Thank you, Nigel. Morning, friends. We are still here in Marrinup. We stayed at the campsite again. Still no ranger, so it's looking more and more like a free camp. Maybe he'll turn up today. Or she. We're going for another bike ride today. The trails here are so good. We didn't ride yesterday because it had had so much rain the night before. But looking at the ground now, the trails are going to be primo today. It is a Saturday, so we're expecting it to be a little bit busier. We've already seen a couple of people out, but we are really looking forward to hitting these trails again.
Hey, skip on the track.
Three. See these tree stumps right by the trail here and big logs, and I just wonder if this is wood that was felled by the prisoners of war. Friends, we all know what happened last time Nigel rode on a log like this. You can only do it if I can shut my eyes. I don't like it. Yeah, don't do it, Nigel. There's a lot that can go wrong when you ride logs like that. I'm glad he chose not to do it. Good morning, friends. I'm enjoying a steaming breakfast in bed here while Nigel packs up. Sadly, today we have to leave Dwellingup and we're driving back to Perth. Nigel needs to get on a plane today and fly to Canberra to get his work permit and visa sorted out. Thanks for the brekkie in bed, Nige. He's down there in the bubble because it's nice and sunny and warm. That's why I'm still in bed too. So we've just stopped for a deceased kangaroo. We have to go check the pouch if it's a female. This is a big one. Oh, it's just awful. Okay, the sad news, it's a male. Both its legs are badly broken, so I won't show you, friends, because it's quite upsetting, but we've just removed it off the road to avoid any secondary kill like eagles or other birds. Well, friends, here we are back at the Perth airport. Nigel's about to jump on a plane, go to Canberra just overnight, hopefully, come back with a visa for Saudi Arabia.
Hopefully it's the last hoop I have to jump through. Patience is wearing thin.
Yeah, not real happy about having to come back to the city, but anyway, it is what it is. I'll find somewhere to stealth camp for the night.
Suffering from city anxiety at the moment. Traffic risk. Anxiety risk.
Parking at the airport risk when you have a long, high vehicle. It's always tricky. See you, Nige. We hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please give us a thumbs up. Join us next time when we play Tourist for a Day, exploring historic Fremantle, where we check out the old buildings, a shipwreck museum, not one but 2 prisons, and a brewery. Thanks for watching. See you next time.